This dude's talking about fatality and like taking his heart out. When I first see it, I felt like I was watching Faces of Death, man.
Yo, 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 welcome once again to the Die or Pass Level podcast, aka DoPL. We are the gaming podcast that remembers, as you know. He was missing in action last week, but I'm so glad to have him here. He is missing out a little on First Light 007, but I think he's going to be all right. Everybody, you know him. He grew up in the woods. Say hello to TDK.
What's up, guys? Yeah, I got a little lost in the woods, you know? Hansel and Gretel style, I left some breadcrumbs, and holy shit, that is not a good plan. Don't do that. Are you telling me First Light's not good? Is that what I heard you say? Are people...
I think it's actually really good. I think it's solid 8, 8.5. It's not Uncharted.
Okay, but come on, nothing's Uncharted. If it's the feel-good vibes of Uncharted plus James Bond, I'm there. We need some new games. I can't just play a remastered version of Last of Us again.
I will say that First Light plays more like a Ray game than a TDK game from what I've seen.
Out of town.
It looks very snappy, like almost like a John Wick.
Are you under the impression I don't like to be a snappy game player? You think I can't handle some headshots and espionage, dude? You think I put this many hours in the Splinter Cell?
Prove me wrong, TDK. Prove me wrong. While we're here, I think it's a good time to introduce our guest. You guys know me and TDK, or as I sometimes like to joke, Player 1 and Player 2, but today's guest is on a different kind of ones and twos. You can catch him at 10 p.m. Friday nights on 90.7 KPFK FM doing a little show called Break Beats and Rhymes, and be sure to catch him live when he's in your area. He's spinning into the arcade today, and we're so excited to have him here. Say hello to DJ Luman. How you doing, man?
What up, guys? Feeling good. Happy to be on.
DJ Luman, nice to meet you, dude.
Pleasure to meet you, man, and officially be on here. I know, like, we talked about it here and there with Ray, and like, boom, here we are.
It's cool
bada bing,
to
bada
talk
boom.
somebody who's really on the radio. And it's funny because, like, we live in a world of celebrity now where literally everyone can be a celebrity. Like, not that Ray and I are trying to be celebrities, but like anyone can just have a podcast.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Yeah. No one's very famous and everyone's a little famous, right? Because the internet exists. However, for people who are putting music on the radio, it still feels like more legitimate.
Definitely, man. I'm very grateful for Breakbeats and Rhymes and KPFK. We're going on, I think, almost 15 or 16 years on the radio. And
Congrats.
Thank you, man.
Institution.
It's kind of crazy, man, because it's actually on the FM. You put the radio on, go on the FM dial, 90.7. Sometimes I forget, man. We've been doing it so long, and I'll be out there like, dude, like, we still listen to Breakbeats and Rhymes. And I'm thankful for those moments, man. It lets me know that we're still doing the right thing. And the music we play, there's people out there still tuning in. Whether it's live on the spot or going back to the archives. With the technology now, you can just go on like, oh, I missed the show. But you know what? Like, I'm going to go back and listen to the archives, and you can hear it on there on kpfk.org.
You saying all this, feeling very inspired to get in my car and drive and listen to the radio proper. It's such a vibe, man. I miss it.
No, it is, dude. That's what I get more like, oh yeah, we were going to the club or the bar, or I was going out of work, or I was coming out of work and I was in my car, and the car is your second home. Listen to music, you turn on the radio, your tape, your CDs, or Bluetooth, whatever it is now, man.
What's the origin story of DJ Luman? Like, how'd you even get that name, DJ Luman?
High school, one of my homies, Montez, super cool dude, like skater. We'd hang out, dude, and we'd ditch, and he'd have this fake ID, and we'd go buy beer or whatever, come back. So before we would leave the school, he's like, what's up, Lou, man? You ready to do this, man? And I'll be like, yeah, dude, like, all right, cool. Then when I started really DJing, I was trying to think so hard of a name, dude, like anything. I'm like, wait a minute, Lou, man. And it's stuck there forever, where people think it's my real name.
I thought you were going to tell us that was the name on the fake ID.
That would have been like McLovin.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
Yeah, so that's how it came about, man. And as far as DJing goes, I've always had a passion for music growing up. Once I got turntables, I knew that was going to be it. Like you said, not trying to be a celebrity, not trying to like blow up, just passionately loving to do it. And it's a fulfillment. I've been doing it for years, man, and I'll do it until whenever I cannot no more. If you have a passion for something, do it, man. Then you balance life out right. That's why I appreciate the whole gaming thing, the gamers, you know, and I feel like it's like the DJ community. There's a gaming community. It goes hand in hand, man. And like, I just remember like growing up in the 80s, Nintendo, then you had the tapes, cassettes, and like record players. And then like walking to a KB toy store, you see the games and all that. But then you go to like a warehouse or a Music Plus and you see tapes and CDs. So it was that thing, man, like physically walking into a store and then like purchasing or renting a physical copy of whether it was a game, a movie, or a cassette, a tape, or a CD, or a record. I miss that, but I think like that's kind of coming back now with like mom and pops, independent stores, people like that genuinely have more of a passion that they open up their own little spot.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. You mentioning that really made me stop and think and realize you don't get to be a kid in a candy store the way you used to.
What a
Like
bummer.
Yeah.
it's just kind of, and you like you said, it's coming back and there are little pockets here and there. But
Mm.
as a kid, I feel like I could accidentally stumble upon the feeling walking into somewhere and being like, whoa.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
the
And
Now
they
you
would
gotta
just
like go
like,
look for it.
Even just feeling, you know how you can feel the Nintendo slip, like the
yes,
black
dude,
kind of cartridge slip. You can feel like the kind of
the
tactile
texture and everything,
texture.
dude.
It's got like this little zzz kind of
Yeah,
sound that
yeah,
as you
yeah.
peel it from the cartridge.
You don't
Yeah,
get
it's
that
all
kind
that.
of delayed gratification of having to go to the store, walk around, inevitably talk your parents into something. It might not be the thing you wanted, but it's the thing you got, and it's better than getting nothing. That's the
Yeah,
best.
TDK.
Now
That's
you just press
word, man.
download.
To each his own, right? But I feel like you described it best, TDK. Like I remember opening cassette tapes and like spreading open like the jackets, the credits, and all that. And the same thing with like video games, dude. Like the instruction manuals and the texture and how they put like the label on there and all that. And I mean, downloading now it's definitely cool, man. Like it saves up space. It's like music, like games and all that. But there's nothing like owning like a physical copy to me
Same.
of anything, man. Like and I think as humans, we move around, right? Like we move from place to place, home to home sometimes, or we get caught up in situations where you have to part ways with certain things. But when you really hold on to those kinds of things, I look back, I'm like, wow, man, I moved around a couple times, man, but out of everything I love, I still have this. It's something, you might carry around forever. Who knows? Might leave to your kids or whatever.
Yeah. On the same note, you're not going to get to someday in the future dust off the old ... the way you used to either. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's just going to be harder and harder to like find something like a photograph, in an album
Yes.
or an old CD you used to play in the CD booklet. It's crazy. And like you said, to each their own. I like digital as much as I like instant gratification. And at 9:00 p.m., I'm downloading that video game. I'm waiting to release day and date. I would trade that in for a midnight release with my friends any day of the week, dude. Any day of the
Yeah.
week.
I mean, this is
Yeah.
a good time as any. Why don't you take us back there? Tell us about your gaming history. Where'd you start? Were you a kid? What console was your first console? Was it arcades? Was it a console? Like, what snacks were you eating?
My grandmother, she actually got me. Like, I remember walking to the store and, I feel like Nintendo was a thing, right? So that's what it was. But for some reason, I walked into a store with her and I said, no, give me an Atari. So she got me an Atari versus a Nintendo. I don't know what I was thinking, man. Like, honestly, I
No.
look back, I'm like,
There's no way you bought an Atari when Nintendo... Unless your grandma was like, hey, how about that Atari
nah,
over there?
because she
And it's
didn't
like
even know
30
what's up,
bucks.
dude. I don't know what it was. We walked into a store and I was just like, give me the Atari. And like, like I remember getting the Pac-Man game and there was this other like army game with it, the joysticks. I think maybe the joysticks that came with it. It was something about it, man. And I was
I
just
think
like, give
that's
me the
appealing.
Atari, dude.
I might see some joysticks and swing for an Atari.
Maybe like it had that arcade feeling. I was super young. But regardless, going home, man, opening it up and like getting the joysticks out, dude, and then plugging the like box to connect to the TV and all that stuff, man. I loved it. Buying a couple games for it. It was so simple looking at it now, man. But it blew my mind, man. I would spend hours on there. And then I lived in apartments at the time. So some of my other homies, they had Nintendo. So they'd come to my pad. Sometimes we'll play Atari. And then sometimes I go to their
Okay.
house
It
and we'll
worked
play
out.
like
It worked out.
it worked out, dude. And of course, Duck Hunt and Mario was the thing right at the time, Mike Tyson's Punch Out. So I remember going to their house and spending hours with them. I kind of was like, man, Atari was cool, but Nintendo's like where it's at. Like, that's the
It's
shit,
a
you
real
know?
step up. I think it's
It's
universally considered like a big step forward.
years later, my mom got me a Nintendo, but what really set it off was when Mario 3 came out. Mario 3, man, it was so advanced.
It was a big
But
deal.
it was a big deal, dude. But before that, I'd go to work with my mom, and she was a housekeeper, and the kids there, they had a Nintendo. They were cool enough to let me play their Nintendo, and I'd play Mario 2. In the back, where they lived at in the basement, they actually had arcades, dude. Like they had Space Invaders. They were kind enough to like plug them in and be like, you could play for a while, and I'd be back there playing. Looking back, I'm like, wow, they didn't even have to do all that, but they did, and I feel like those certain times in my life as a kid stuck with me forever, man. Like we'd be in there playing Metroid and all that, so that was a cool time, man. And then of course, the Sega was a thing too, right? But for some reason, like I don't know, like it never really sold me. Like I don't know, but I know
let me
there's
let
some
me
people that are.
let me
Lame.
Am
interrupt
I
you
wrong?
quickly, DJ Luman.
Break it down, because I
One of
might be
the
wrong.
no, you're absolutely right in my opinion. But
Yeah.
well, me and TDK have this ongoing running joke that I'm basically the Nintendo guy of the podcast, and TDK is the Sega guy of the podcast. We ask all our guests, Sega or Nintendo. It's just funny that you mentioned that. Like, yeah, Sega wasn't really
Yeah,
hitting for me.
it wasn't, man. And I remember going to like the stores with my neighbor and homie. His mom worked at the Beverly Center, so we'd be running around the mall. And we'd go to the KB toy store, we'd be playing Sega or whatever. And I remember playing Sonic. It was cool, man. But to me, I was just like, oh, it's cool, man. Like,
No,
but you know,
Sonic's
like
good.
Mario.
Sonic, you can say what you want about Sega, but Sonic's legit good. Even Nintendo people will say that Sonic's good. Come on, Ray.
Looking back now, Sonic, yes. I feel like maybe it was too advanced for me or something. I don't know. But at the time, I was just like, it's cool. This kid's going fast. All right, you're catching the rings. But looking at it now, because I do play it now, and I'm like, you really had to be a Sega head, you know? Like, it was different,
You
dude.
had to be a
Like,
Sega
so,
head.
That's
Yeah.
true.
yes, you know,
None
like,
truer
and
words were never spoken. You had to be
If
a
it
Sega
got
head.
you,
yeah.
it got you. The
It
marketing
got
got
you,
you.
and you were
Yeah.
diehard, you know, diehard
Mhm.
Sega. So yeah, man, we'd be there for hours playing, dude. Like while his mom was at work.
Wait,
My
so
other
your buddy's
homie,
mom worked in the Bev Center?
yeah, she worked at the Hallmark. They had a Hallmark store at the time, and that's where
Yeah,
she would
hell
work
yeah.
at. Crazy, man. And
Hallmark
then
was never my jam. Like I never wanted to go in the Hallmark store. I always felt like I don't know. Like come on, mom. Like more cards. Like can
yeah,
I
dude.
please go to KB down the hallway? But your buddy's mom was like, "Don't leave the mall. You guys can be here. Here's $5 for the food court," and you spent all your time in KB.
On point. Exactly like that, dude. Yeah, and I remember going into Hallmark and it was all quiet and everything, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna leave. Like, all right, we're
Yeah.
gonna go to the KBO.
It's like
So
it's a loud ass mall, but like as soon as you walk into the Hallmark
So
store, it's just like
quiet in
yes,
it's
Hallmark.
dude. It's
muted.
like,
Like what?
like it
It
was
was
weird,
Hallmark and
man.
it was Yankee Candle. Don't ever go into Yankee
Yankee.
Candle. You're gonna break something.
It was like that. So yeah, man, it was that. And then my other homie Emilio, he was a huge gamer at the time. He had all the games. His parents would take him all the time to like rent video games at Blockbuster or whatever it was. Going to his house on the weekends was a thing, and like he'd had all the latest and greatest games for Nintendo. Hit me up, he was like, "Yo, bro, this Mario All Stars, man, this shit is wild, dude. Like you got to see the graphics on this and all this." And I'm like, "Nah, no way." I went to his house, he popped it in, and I was like, "Dude, it just visually, I mean, it was a huge difference from like what it was on Nintendo to Super Nintendo." I'm like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, like."
They redid the sprites for Mario 1, Mario 2, and Mario 3. It's like one of gaming's first remasters.
Everything got like amped up, man. Like the visuals, the graphics, the music. I had to get it. I got it, man. And I just spent hours running it. And the fact you could save it.
I mean, in the NES era, you were entering passwords almost every time. So
Yeah.
Super Nintendo really changed the game with save states.
I slept on Zelda, man. I missed out on it. I don't know why. It just flew right by me, man. Like I know like heads were on the Zelda tip, but like
It's never
I don't
too
know
late.
why,
It's
man.
never too late, Luman.
Oh no, not now. I'm on it now. When 007 came out, dude, like that was a game
N64.
changer. Yeah,
Incredible.
dude, like I remember going to my homie's house. We would ditch school and then like he'd be on that 007, man. I was like, yo, this is too advanced for me already. Like the movements and all that. Like I was just like, whoa, man, this thing is too crazy.
The N64 control coming from Super Nintendo is pretty intimidating. It's got 3 prongs. It's you can hold it like in many different kinds of orientations, a joystick, D-pad, C buttons. It's a scary controller, especially for 007. You got to strafe with those C buttons. It's a whole lot.
You know, maybe it's a nice kind of like segue into DJing though, right? Because like I told Ray earlier when he told me you were coming on, I was like, oh, you know, I've never thought about this, but it seems like there might be a correlation of early child video games. Even just the concept to me as an outsider of DJing seems like a bit of a video game, a bit of a tactile puzzle. How to tell us
Definitely,
about that?
man. I agree with you on that. Like it's all like hand movements, right? Like in coordination. Same thing with like
Timing.
mixers, timing, dude, like all that stuff. You know, adjusting to the buttons, the knobs, even like how you position your hands, building that finger strength, you know, all that, the wrist and all that. It goes hand in hand, man. Sometimes when I'm like gaming a lot now, or like when I'm playing, I'm like, and I go back on the turn, I'm like, oh man, like I think I'm getting smoother now that I'm working my fingers out, you know? It's like different mixers, different controllers, right? You have different controllers like the PlayStation ones, the 64, or even now like these crazier controllers now. And Same thing with mixers. Like you go to different spots and you gotta adjust. Like, oh damn, what kind of mixer are they gonna have? They're gonna have that mixer. Okay, cool. Like takes a few seconds. Boom, boom, you get it, and then you got the hang of it.
It's like if I entered a Street Fighter tournament, but I gotta go use the joystick that they provide me. Stick's a little stiff, but let me just warm up a little on that.
Yes, yeah, and it happens, man. You're like, damn, okay. It goes hand in hand. I enjoy doing both. The gaming thing, man, I feel like it got big. Like they have tournaments now, and now you could play online with others. Or versus before, you'd like play with your homies in the same room. You had to be in the same room, right?
Like when we were kids, if you would have told us that Street Fighter would have its own World Series and that people would be cheering and there'd be like $1 million on the line, that would have been the world we wanted to live in that moment. Like, I can't wait until Street Fighter is so big that there's fans and it's televised and there's commentators. Now we're saying like, oh, the lost art of playing next to someone on the couch. Both of those things are cool.
Yeah,
but you
absolutely.
don't get one without the other.
Dude, speaking on that just a little bit, TDK and Luman, this is crazy. Street Fighter in Japan has become so astronomical. This new Street Fighter, we're at 6 right now. Street Fighter 6 is this phenomenon in Japan. The world's best player is from the Dominican Republic. He just committed to moving to Japan and joining their Street Fighter League. In the gaming world of Japan, it's kind of like Otani coming to LA. The Street Fighter fans over there, and there are fans, like proper fans. His name's Mena RD. They've got Mena jerseys. They're like pumped to see this guy.
They're geeking out there, like, yo, welcome home, welcome home.
Yeah, exactly. Gaming has come a long way for sure. But like we like to talk about, we do cherish the back in the day. You're gaming with your boys. You finished your Atari session at your place. Now you're going down to play some NES. What snacks are you and your homies snacking on during the gaming session?
Man, it was the Cool Ranch Doritos and a Dr. Pepper at that time.
Still is, dude. Nothing's changed.
I mean, maybe they hit, right? Sometimes maybe like Pepsi and the cheese Doritos. It was that. Once in a while, some M&Ms or Snickers. It depends, man. For me, the Cool Ranch and the Dr. Pepper was it.
I love how quickly you answered that and how intentionally you answered that.
We'd walk to the liquor store. It was like a block or two from my house. Get our chips, our sodas. The liquor store people, they knew us already. They were super cool. We go back home, carrying our bags, and then like just doing what we did best, man. Just enjoying, I guess, the teenage years at that point.
That's a real LA experience, walking to the liquor store.
Dude.
We don't have Doritos in the woods. We just got regular old chips with some like chili and Velveeta or something. You throw them all together, you put some chips in there, you're good to go. But that's our version of like nacho cheese Doritos.
Make it happen, man.
I definitely,
It was that time, man, and I'm thankful for that because, like, that's the kind of stuff that got me out of trouble, you know, like from seeing some of the other homies get into like crazy stuff. Man, I'm thankful I didn't go that route. I'm hanging with the homies over here playing games, listening to music, you know, going to the liquor store, and then just vibing out on the weekends after school or whatever it would be. Just enjoying it, man. I also feel like my homie Jimmy, once Mortal Kombat came out, Mortal Kombat was it, man. Like, he was like, yo, you gotta check this out. This dude's talking about fatality and like taking his heart out. When I first see it, I felt like I was watching Faces of Death, man. I was just like, damn, bro. Like, I had to put the Doritos down. I was like, whoa, dude, like, that was wild. Like, this dude just like took his heart out.
I mean, the rating system.
Yes.
Mortal Kombat is the reason that exists because they were like, yo, I don't know. We got to do something about kids getting their hands on this video game. Yeah, dude. I remember also seeing Mortal Kombat for the first time and feeling like, Mom, I wanted to like run into the room and like hug my mom or something like, Mom, after seeing my first fatality.
For some reason, I couldn't hold on to my consoles, man, a lot, man. Like, I would either like part ways, get rid of them, or they'd break. At the time, I don't think like people really knew how to fix them. Whereas of now, like people could even like fix them, refurbish, hack into them, do all this crazy stuff,
they can fix them and then some. Here it is, and now it makes you coffee too. Have fun.
It makes you espresso, hot espresso on the spot. Then, of course, the PSP. I like that one a lot, man. That was really dope. It even had certain movies like that you could buy too. With the
that's PSP right. You can buy the little UMD, I think they were called, the little discs.
Yeah.
If you bought yourself like a portable DVD player with like a little screen that popped up, that was like $200 or something. It was like its own console. But then the PSP, you could watch movies, you could play real games. That was the coolest thing ever.
They were ahead of time without even knowing they were ahead of time, man, with that. You could play music. You could play movies and then video games. Even the battery lasted a long time with it, right?
PS1 you brought up. I remember thinking it was crazy you could listen to CDs on it. And do you guys remember you put the CD in and it would be like a space star thing?
Like a screensaver
Yes.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could watch DVDs on Xbox and you're like, oh my God, a DVD player is a couple $100 and this Xbox a couple $100. Like I got both.
Yeah, I think the PS2, what helped it win the console war that generation was that it could play DVDs, because people were like, my DVD player costs $200. I might as well just buy the PlayStation 2 and have a DVD player at the same time.
People
Was
are
the
coming back to
Xbox?
them too.
Well, yeah, definitely, because I know like people jailbreak those things. I know that's a thing now, like buying like the old stuff. Once again, the nostalgic feeling, right? Like, and I think now that we're grown and we make our own money and all that, we're like, you know what, I'm gonna spoil myself and go buy myself a PS2 or something, or buy myself a portable PlayStation. I recently bought a PSP, but it's modded, right? It has all the games and all that stuff. Well, I love it, I enjoy it, but I do miss having the games for it. Even though I know you could go out there and buy the games, you know, sometimes it costs a lot. You got to really like
Yeah,
go
especially
there, like,
nowadays.
yeah, people
Yeah.
are onto it, man. It's like Jordan sneakers. Like people know they're jams.
Especially PSP. I feel like we're in an era where like PSP, PS Vita, and Nintendo DS's, like that portable generation, is kind of selling like
It's making a
hotcakes. People
comeback.
are looking for them. Me
Definitely.
included, honestly. The multimedia kind of thing
Yeah.
about it, and the graphics, the screen, everything was really nice on that
Everything,
thing.
dude. I had bought my son a PSP Go. I think it was for Christmas, man, right around when it came out. He played it for a while, dude, but didn't really get into it. I think because the whole downloading the game, it didn't have no physical games, right? You'd have to like go on there and purchase the game, download it or whatever. We weren't really hip to that yet, man. He put it away, like it was stored in the garage. And then during COVID, we cleaned out the garage and I came across it still in like the best condition ever, basically like new. I got it modified and all that. Man, I
Oh,
take that thing.
nice. You stumbled upon one. You're lucky.
I wouldn't even know about this if it wasn't for this podcast because of the people we interact with. But there's a whole community of gamers who just go backwards. They're not really chomping at the bit for the next new big thing, because Xbox 360 still has incredible games. Like you can get a PS4 and you can play things from almost every generation. They're kind of just exploring what came before, which is like a really cool poetic thing that's happening. As a side result, you're gonna get a $400 PS Vita or whatever.
If you want to drop $300 or $400 and like you're able to, hey man.
And in a world where PS5 is $1,000,
I thought those things were like rare to find at a certain point. Reselling them for like double, like people buying like 5 of them so they could sell them for like thousands and thousands of bucks.
But now the resale price back then is the retail price.
The retail
in store, dude. It's
Yeah.
like they jacked up the price on that right now. So PC might be the route. Probably
Is that
get
what you
everyone
guys
back.
play on PC or what do you guys usually?
I'm a console gamer. I wish I had the time and resources to like figure out the PC situation, just because there are a lot of games that come out on PC that don't come out on console that I wish I could play. I'm just like a creature of habit, and I've grew up playing on consoles, and it just feels like home to me.
yeah, I'm the same. I've always been a console guy too. I love the big AAA games, The Last of Us or The Uncharted or whatever it may be. However, I think I am kind of going backwards more and more. Like I stopped buying new consoles at PS4. Frankly, 2 reasons. One was that no new games came out. There was just remasters on remasters. And then the PS5 now does have some great games, but it's $1,000. And like I either
That's just
gotta
wild.
get a PS5 or I gotta feed my 5-year-old. So I'm gonna choose the latter.
Yeah,
real.
and I feel like the joy it brings, right? Like TDK, like you say, you're going back. I feel like, you know, you find the old console that you enjoyed or whatever, and it's gonna bring that joy, right?
So
like
fun.
that fulfillment. You know, it's fun, and
Yeah.
a lot of things are coming back, man. Like I feel like I even see some of like my coworkers, these young kids, man, they'll be carrying like digital cameras now. Like, wow, you guys have those? I was like, wow, you guys are busting out with like the old like digicams. Man, all that stuff is making a comeback. Sometimes like the new games, they're too intricate. Even I was playing Fortnite with my godson. I was like, yo, man, like this thing is crazy. This is a whole world. I'm sorry, I can't do this one. I do more like basic games.
We
you
probably
know?
play more Super Nintendo in my house than we do PlayStation. Like,
Yeah,
if I was going to
that's-
sit down after he's asleep, I'll play PlayStation by myself. But he and I, Mario Kart, Street Fighter, all
Yeah.
kinds of Super Nintendo games. It speaks to him a little bit more. He's not ready for the rest of it yet.
Man,
Well,
neither am I.
TDK, you're saying that more and more people are going back. I think in some ways, developers are included in that equation. The indie landscape and the cost of making games in 2026, the grandeur of these AAA games, multi-million-dollar products, these indie developers are like, no, we can't spend that kind of money. We got to make something a lot cheaper, a lot simpler. Thankfully, there are gamers like all of us here and all of us out there who are looking for a throwback experience. And so these games that are like simplified and minimalist are doing well. I'm going to talk about it right now. and probably for the next couple of weeks, TDK, Mina the Hollower. This game just came out. It is by Yacht Club. People love Shovel Knight. People love Yacht Club. Well, now Mina the Hollower has kind of done the same thing. They've kind of Shovel Knightified Zelda, gotten the Zelda formula and just modernized it, but they've kept the look. It looks like you're playing on a Game Boy Color. I'm addicted. It's my game of the year by far so far. Just to speak a little bit on the development cycles and the cost of gaming and the market for people looking for retro games. We're here and they're making bangers. It's like 10 out of 10. People love this game and so do I. Check out Mina the Hollower.
I'm gonna peep that out. You said that was on the Switch also?
Yeah, it's on Switch, dude.
DJ, what have you been playing, man?
I play on my Switch a lot. I play on the OLED Switch. The Shinobi.
The new one?
Metroid.
The remake?
Yeah,
dude,
the remake.
Graphics are so
That
good
one's
on
fun, dude. Like, yeah, the graphics are so dope. I really enjoyed playing that one. The Batman one they released. Which one is it, like with the 3 games in one?
Yeah, it's just the
The
Arkham
the Arkham
collection,
series,
I think.
yeah.
Can't go
Where
wrong
like
with those.
I beat the first one, the Metroids on there. I like those. Mario versus Donkey Kong. I ran through that one quick. You know, stuff like that, man. I'm really into those kind of games. The Tomb Raider.
TDK loves Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Rise of
What
the
do you
Tomb
guys
Raider.
think about the remakes, kind of like remastering? What's your guys' take on that?
So Tomb Raider is a good example. Those, I think, what you're talking about, those aren't even like remasters. Those are like straight up same character but new story, like prequels almost.
Reboot, right?
Yeah. I love that because that's like a brand new game, new story. Technically, all of those games are giving us more character development. And then there's the stuff like Last of Us, and like I don't hate it. The first one came out on a PS3. Is that right, Ray?
Yeah, I think so.
Enjoyable, evergreen story. If I have a PS5 and I want to experience that story, I would love to experience it in HD and the beautiful cinematics because it's such a cinematic game. Same with Uncharted. Those games are so cinematic. I'm not inherently against them. However, when you go from PS4 to PS5 and you don't have new launch titles necessarily, you don't have new things for new gamers to jump into and to create new franchises and fans of this or that. You just do Last of Us again. You just do Uncharted again and remaster it. And I love those games, but that's just regurgitating something. That's not something new. That said, there's also the world where you played something on PS1 and you want to replay it, but you don't want it to look and feel like pixels and super clunky. I think that's fun. It's nice to have an updated version. I think you can't only have them. You need them in addition to a healthy landscape of new stories.
I like reboots and I like sequels. Remakes or remasters are not my favorite, but that said, if something has sat long enough and I love it enough, this month, Star Fox 64 is getting a full-on Switch 2 remaster, and it looks beautiful. Next-gen lighting and character designs, I'm still on the fence about. But in terms of the gameplay graphics, I'm a little bummed that I'm playing with Star Fox 64 again, but am I buying it? Yes, I'm going to spend my money on it.
And if they do it the right way, when you're playing it, it doesn't feel like it's any different than it was when you were a kid.
Yeah, it's going to look how I was seeing it through my 12-year-old lens, you know?
I'm a nostalgic type of guy, man. I love that feeling of, oh man, that classic feeling of stuff. So like for the Switch, they redid the Ninja Turtles. I think it was like the Cowabunga collection where they had all of them. Dude, I love that. I had to get the physical game for that. Another one of my favorite games for the SNES was that Turtles in Time game.
Quintessential banger SNES right there.
That one right there, man, I'll play religiously. It's sometimes hard to find time for it, you know, and do it. Like sometimes it'll be like late night or early in the morning.
Totally.
When like, I have my own downtime, or when I'm out, I'll definitely bust out with like the PSP Gold. I'll be going out and I'm just like playing it. People are like, damn, like what? Like what is that? You know?
Yeah, ancient relic.
Classic. Ancient relic, my favorite.
Well, there it is. Dude, it is really cool, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's dope, man.
It folds down,
like
right? It pushes down?
Yeah, it pushes down.
Yeah, that's clean, dude. That's clean.
It's basically like, remember the Sidekick phone?
Yes.
Had it was like that Sidekick.
It's that same feel, man. And it was all during COVID. You know, I was getting like restless and I was just like, dude, I found that. Then I dug in deeper. Then I got the Switch. I felt like that whole COVID thing made me come back to like the gaming because we were at home so much. I felt like, man, I was like, I'm kind of reliving my childhood now, you know, because I've missed out on a lot, man. Also, because I got into music so much, that was kind of like the last thing in my head. Now that I feel comfortable and I'm in a cool position, like I found time for like the gaming stuff, man. So honestly, it's an honor to be here with you guys because I know this is your guys' world, really. And like for you guys to allow me to be on your podcast, it's big for me, you know?
Yeah, I think it's always awesome to have people that come from different worlds come on here and be like, yo, you're one of us too, and let people in on a different side of you. So hopefully, you know, people listen to this, and you've got people, you know, on your side of the hip hop world that are like, oh snap, Luman plays video games just like me. That's dope. You have something new to chop it up about, you know?
Yeah, dude, you know, like growing up, I feel like music, games, movies, all that stuff, man, that's what it was about. And I think the nostalgic stuff is coming back, or even like cameras, people using like film, that's coming back, man. I went to my parents' house recently, and then she gave me a bunch of the old photos. It's crazy, like to have a physical picture of a memory captured. Sometimes people take it for granted because it does take up space. You have to move it around, find spots for it and all that. But when you do find it, man, it just brings back that moment in time, man, that got captured. My tape collection, me moving so many times, being through what I've been through, and like I still managed to keep my shoe boxes full of my tapes in good condition, dude.
It
So
survived it all.
it survived, man. And that's the thing. I think back then that they built things to like survive and take beatings and go through like rough times. Like when they would make Walkmans, dude, those things were built rough. Like
That no skip technology.
even DVDs was a thing, man. Like I remember going to the
Coming
spots
back.
and yeah,
All
it's
the
coming
physical
back.
media stuff is coming back because I think people realize that we're now in a world where you don't really own anything and you can have digital copies until they decide, nah, that's not yours anymore.
I didn't know that until my son told me. He's like, yeah, if they decide to take the game out, even though I bought it, they could take it away. I was like,
My beloved Nintendo definitely is getting a lot of heat because the Switch 2, I believe, upon purchase, one of the first like kind of terms of agreement that you have to agree to, you're basically agreeing that like the games aren't yours. They are borrowed and they can
Same
take them.
as buying like digital movies or any of that stuff.
I love the accessibility to travel, right, with stuff like that, and like you're not carrying like the games or whatever. But like
There's
the fact, like
value in that.
one day I could wake up and let's say like that album isn't there or that game isn't there. I'm like, what happened? Like,
There's value in convenience, right? Or you get to purchase longevity. The other night, I wanted to show my kid The Sandlot, and I couldn't find The Sandlot. And it was like, do you want to rent it for $15 or rent it for $5 or buy it for 10 or whatever it was? And I just went on Amazon. I was like, oh, well, The Sandlot on Blu-ray is like $7. I'll just buy it and we'll watch it tomorrow night. Yeah.
how
Yeah.
dope is that, man?
Way
You bought
better,
the
way
Blu-ray?
better.
Yeah.
That's
Why
so
not? Why
fresh.
am I going to give him $5 for the digital version when I can give him $7 for the physical version? I mean, this is probably a few weeks ago I did that, and we've watched Sandlot at least 100 times. He's a little bit afraid of the Beast, but then, you know, the Beast becomes good at the end. And you know what he's ultimately responding to? He's responding to the nostalgia that we're talking about. He's watching the epitome of a 1950s summer. They're in the town. They all kind of support each other. They play baseball under the fireworks. The one kid kisses the lifeguard and gets banned from the pool. They get themselves in a pickle because they hit the Babe Ruth signed baseball and they got to figure out how to get one back. And it's just the shenanigans of life outside of phones, outside of technology.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try and raise him that way. I've told Ray this, like in the woods, my dad would just turn off our satellite. You can't just get TV. Like you have to like, get a satellite, right? And in the summertime, my dad would just turn it off, go outside, figure it out. And I'm going to do something similar, I think. All right, man, the next 3 months, you get this BMX bike, you get whatever ball sports you want, and we'll go to the river. But that's it.
The other day I was trying to find Airheads. I love Airheads. That's like one of my favorites. They don't have it nowhere. You have to buy a physical copy for it.
Waiting is the thing that people don't know how to do anymore.
Whatever movie you want to watch today, I guarantee you that it left Netflix yesterday. It's all
Dude, yes, dude, yeah. And I think like TDK is saying, dude, like the whole waiting, like, yeah, like you would build that anticipation. Going to like the warehouse for Music Plus on a Tuesday, because Tuesdays was like release date for certain things. You'd
Yep.
go. It was a time, man. Like
yeah, man.
that
Being,
kind of
being in the
stuff.
car late at night, like 8 p.m. after dinner, heading to Best Buy, your dad's driving to get Mortal Kombat 2.
I'm thankful that era I got to be in. I'm sure like you guys too got to like enjoy and like actually witness it before social media and all that stuff.
I think we got
Internet.
the last of it. If someone else
Yeah,
is going to
man.
get it, it's going to be like a choice we make to give it to them.
Dude,
And there are people
yeah.
out there doing the work. I don't think it's going to
90s
be gone
kids
for
summer.
good.
That's
Exactly.
I love it.
So, Luman, I'm going to hit you with a quick final question/game. We're celebrating the conclusion of today's episode with a little party, and we're crafting the ultimate gaming night hosted by you. I got the notebook pad here, so let's take it question by question. My TV only has one console outlet. For this party, what console are we playing?
Super Nintendo, man.
We're at the rental store and we got $15. What 3 games
Oh
are
my
we
God.
renting for the party?
Mario Kart, because, it's a gaming night, can't be
Yeah.
selfish. So for everybody, right, to enjoy,
Yep, you keep it real. You might only need Mario Kart, but let's get two more just in case.
it would have to be the Turtles in Time game for me, man. Dude.
That's a
I
great
think
choice.
Yeah.
There's one obvious game we're missing here. Party night with Super Nintendo. It's got to be Street Fighter. Everyone's
Street Fighter. Turbo Street Fighter.
I think this is the perfect trio. You have like a kart racer, very friendly family fun. You have the team up with Turtles in Time. You can all be fighting together. And you have a mano-a-mano, the classic fighter.
I think we really knocked it out of the park with our 3 picks for Super Nintendo, guys. Feeling real proud of us right now. I'm on the phone. I'm about to call the pizza place, but where are we ordering pizza from?
Dude, man, it would have to be Domino's for me, man.
What pizza toppings are we getting on our pizza?
It'll be for sure pepperoni. It'll probably like all meat, pineapple pizza with the pepperoni.
Hey, Team Pineapple here. I'm Team Pineapple.
Yeah.
It's a safe space.
Yeah. It's Max, man.
All 3 of us are coming, obviously. But Luman, what 3 homies are coming?
It'd have to be my homie Emilio, one of the first dudes I definitely played games, grew up with. The homie Jimmy, that's my neighbor Jim. And then the homegirls where my mom worked, I had to invite them because that's where it started. They were super cool. And then my son, because he likes to play.
I'm ready to defeat Shredder with all of you while eating my pineapple pizza.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. Let's make that happen, man. Let's make that happen, guys. I miss that kind of stuff, man.
Where are we partying at?
Man, it would have to be on Franklin and Gower in Hollywood. That would be it. That's like when I think about games, it's right there.
TDK, any final words before we say our goodbyes for the evening?
I think we should make it happen. You should DJ a set DoPL event where we project some OG games. Someone like you comes and like DJs. We get some pizza sponsors. We'll do the whole deal.
Woo! Man, that would be it. Please, man, take me back.
DJ Luman, before we go,
yes.
What are you up to? Where can we find you? Shout yourself out on social medias, all the things.
Peace to everybody tuning in. Instagram, DJ Luman82. That's my IG handle right there. That's where I'm on the most. You can catch me DJing Friday nights at Breakbeats and Rhymes and other spots, LA, anywhere LA, hip-hop events, Rhyme Fest events, different places, man. Wherever the community's at, I'll be right there spinning, dude. And you can just check it out on my IG if you want any information. If you want to book me, reach out. It's all good, man. We just make it happen.
Follow DJ Luman, book him. We're booking him for DoPL live pizza party coming soon.
Let's go.
Yeah, so make sure to follow Luman. Make sure to follow us. Like, subscribe. Tell the people, tell the world, and we'll see you here on the next one. DoPLgang, peace out.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Hey everybody, it's Ray here. Just wanted to thank you for tuning into the Dire Pass Level podcast. If you want to hang out and join us for the next episode, make sure to like and subscribe. That way you're notified when our next episode releases. If you really, really, really liked it, you'd do us a solid if you left us a review. Reviews are a great way to spread the word about our podcast, and the more gamers to share these stories with, the better. All right, we'll see you next week. Have a good one. There we go.